Hi, I'm Shawn Parker with the Radiator Lady, and this van here was actually built by friends. I got to own the van because something that I built, a friend talked me out of after several years, and he bought it, and this was part payment, but I'll explain to you what was built here. 64 Chevrolet, half-ton, long wheelbase cargo with a fairly radical chop. It's right at 8 inches. And then it's all space framed inside and box chassis. It runs a rear engine blower motor. It started out life just with the regular engine, then got a race engine, then got a blower added to the race engine. So it sounds like a cackle motor now. And it's just a lot of fun to drive. It drives like a Cadillac. The front suspension is really soft for a nice landing if you do bounce it up. It has enough weight in the front of the vehicle that you can drive it as a daily driver, and we do. Ever since gas went over $4 a gallon, we've only been driving this or a gasser. And the gasser is really nasty. This is pretty mellow. This is very much like a Camry. It's supercharged, so we're one of the few people up here that aren't having a problem with the altitude, right? And now it's just, everyone knows it as the Trump van, and all of my friends go, no, you can't take that, you got to leave that on there. So
now why would they ever think that? Why would they ever think this is the Trump van?
Well, this is the Roadkill wheelie van.
Oh, okay.
It's built by Slim's Fab, and he's a bike builder, custom bike builder, but he's loved these and made 3 of them. Yeah, and you'll see his name on the back bumper welded in.
Okay.
And in the supports for the engine.
Yeah.
To hold it up
What's
back
his name
there.
Again?
Slim.
Slim.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, this is the Trump van.
It's now the Trump van. It's just turned into that.
Now, what do we got in here? Anything special up front?
Every handle or whatever is going to be some oddity piece of mechanical something or history. The Michelin Man, especially from the driver's side, you're going to see his whole face and ribbon. That's one of the early pewter units. And then this runs a Casale V-drive, which you saw in Stubby Bob on Roadkill, because they broke the Hallcraft box with the weight of that setup that they had in the power. So they used this V-drive to film their second attempt, which you saw on TV.
Yeah.
And then this one got it back once they found another one, and they found that through Greg Schumacher, the world famous drag boat and drag boat builder, drag boat racer, still alive doing it.
And this little thing is a...
That's a Chrysler Marine 318 with a Cal East crank and 325 inches. It was built as a mild pro mod bracket motor with a lot of compression, and then the blower got put on, and it still has the compression, so the blower is set up loose for street, so we do drive the vehicle. We'll stop at about an hour and a half one way, and we'll trailer after that if it gets any further. But if it's an hour or so one way, we just drive. And it's set up for 4 pounds of boost on a 12.5 to 1 motor. Wow. So it ends up sounding like a cackle motor.
Yeah, I've heard it.
And we just
We're going to hear it at the end of this video. You're going to fire it up for us. Oh, yeah.
We're sitting idle as long as we have to, just like a Camry.
Yeah, buddy. Nice.
Just a little bit of steroids going on.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I love it.
So it's got one of the Radio Lady's budget radiators bolted in place there. That's a big block Mopar radiator put at the back of where the engine would have been, at the clutch area.
Okay.
And it drafts everything through, and the fan is only for extended around town stoplight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I never even
problem.
used the fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, I had a few people say, thanks for having the guts to actually put that on or leave it on, you know?
Absolutely, man.
But we drive it regular and nothing but thumbs up in SoCal at the intersection sitting next to a Tesla.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Lots of honks and thumbs ups.
Now you're going to show something on the back door.
Well, if you look right there, you got Slim's Fab, the bumper.
Right.
And then you also see it in the engine support stands. And then this is a fully boxed chassis going through, and it's all space frame with the tubing.
Right there, Slim's, yeah.
Yeah. And you'll see it again. Slim's Fab.
Gotcha. Yep.
And we're getting ready to detune this and sell it. We're going to put a 350-350 combo because it drives so nice.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a little bit, there's been a lot of people who would like to buy the van, but the motor is just too much, right? They can't get that one past the wife.
Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, the kids would probably, you know, have a rough time in there if there is still kids. Yeah, wow, incredible. I gotta let me try to get a shot from this side. Oh yeah, love it, man. Absolutely love it.
So these are pillows off one of my wife's chairs.
Yeah.
And that's if I have to drive more than 15 or 20 minutes one way, I'll toss those in.
A little bit of comfort, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There's your Michelin man. Now, have you taken this out on the strip? Just to see what you do?
No, this is just more of a fun
just
toy.
For fun. Yeah, yeah.
The regular car to drive is a gas or station wagon called the Radiator Lady, and that's the daily driver. And we do that, run that at Irwindale. And it's a daily driver that we run at Irwindale, and we have it turned down to a 12-second car.
Oh yeah, nice.
But it does 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was built to just do straight line.
And I love your window crank.
And you'll have a connecting rod over on the other side.
Is there?
You'll have Allen wrenches and combination wrenches, and every handle is some bit of something. And then this is where it was tagged. Interesting, this van had ownership of 11 years through Casey Moyer, which you'll remember is the El Toro shop teacher for a long time. Well, he was an old hydro boat, drag boat racer, drag car with door slammer racer for hire. And he got gigs driving because he was a very good street racer back in the day. And when he finally got beat in the valley, he bought the car that beat him. And that's the kind of guy he always was. And he's just a wonderful, meek, mild Christian man that if you didn't know better, you'd think he was so soft-spoken. And it just, who would get in some of the things that guy just would drive?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Very cool.
And so this is the premier student, the valedictorian, let's say, by Casey's Choice every year. He would allow to tag the car. So each one of those things you see is a different year.
I got you.
The valedictorian for the El Toro High School shop
very cool.
class.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So I left it all in.
Forever.
Oh, I've never changed anything. Just I did the add-ons.
Right. Yeah.
But everything else stays.
Yeah. Very nice. Wow. Very cool. I love the patina too. Very cool.
And then for our van show this year, this is how they know that you came for real.
That's right, you got here, that's right. Wait a minute, you're starting it from that side?
Well, I can, or I can start it from the...
No, I gotta see this, hold on a second. Where are you started from?
Well, we were trying to, you know, you always have work. We do custom cars and car parts for other builders. And I go into my own car and I turn the key and it won't crank. It's because the switches wore out in the dash. So I went to my toolbox where I work on cars that come in from AAA, and I grabbed a bump start. So that's my bump start.
Oh,
but
nice.
I forgot to turn the key.
Okay, yeah.
I have to reach over the roll cage to grab this.
Oh, there you go.
If I start it from there.